Hey guys, what's going on? I'm just setting up the camera here. It's Bex from Reading and Writing and Redhead, and this is my second ever scope. My first one was a couple days ago, and hopefully this one goes fine. I was like so nervous the last time. Hi, and I also thought I had it all set up great so that I could have Katch grab it, but I messed up. So hopefully it's all set this time so people can watch the replay. But anyway, I'm going to get started right away because I don't want to spend too much of your night here. And I know some people have other stuff they want to be doing. Walking Dead is on in an hour. Don't spoil it for me, by the way. I don't get to see it till tomorrow on iTunes. But it's a little crazy to be talking about the end of the year right now, but it comes up so fast. If you're like me, you might only be at your 100th day of school. However, I know some of you are day 115, day 120, and things sure happen fast in the spring. So I was thinking of a couple of tips for myself, but also for you guys for the end of the year. So basically, my tip number 5 is to just get organized in advance. So it's kind of like the theme of this whole scope. So don't wait till the last second. Get organized. Think back to last year. What did you need to do in May or June? Make a list. I totally forgot to look it up, but there are some great resources I downloaded. Clutter-Free Classroom, I think, has one with lists and ways to organize yourself for the end of the year. And I will look those up and do another scope and be more specific, maybe post them on my Facebook page and blog. So get organized in advance. If you have a school vacation, maybe take like 20 minutes and write stuff down. So my number 4 tip is to think a little bit in advance. Are you going to get your kids an end of the year gift? Now, I know it kind of opens up a can of worms and a debate, but what I usually do is I get my kids a book, and I get it through the book order, Scholastic, so they're always free, and I kind of like hand select what would be appropriate for each kid, so I need a little bit of time to think about it and to kind of use my points. So plan ahead with that. You can also look on Pinterest. There's so many great ideas for end of the year gifts for kids if you decide that that's the right thing for you and your class. So plan ahead with end of the year gifts. I'm sorry, I keep looking at my list because I'm like still a little nervous about this periscoping. I don't want to forget anything. So there's so much to do at the end of the year, and my number 3 tip is plan ahead as to when you're going to do your final report cards. Because this is the thing. There's so many things on our to-do list, and the end of the year, more and more extra things get added. Report cards take tons of time. If you're like me, I can't do it on the weeknights. I have to do them all on the weekends. I'm just too tired. So I need like at least a weekend, right? But I don't want to wait till like the week before school ends because there's all that other stuff, I have to get done. So what I usually do is I get them done like 3 weeks in advance. I've been known to even do them like in late May. We usually get out of school in June, like June 20th, 25th. So I try to get them like at least partially done or mostly done about 3 weeks in advance. And if you have to, if you know your own personality and you need to put it on your calendar, like end of May or whatever, report cards. So you don't plan like every single weekend that you have a million activities to do. So put it in your calendar, make it like a sacred day because you're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to be freaking out and you have to get those report cards done and you want to do a good job. We're also responsible. Okay, so moving on. Number 2 is schedule your special events sooner rather than later. One of my colleagues brought it up the other day that we need to start picking dates for like our parent-student picnic. We used to have this thing, the hobby show. We're going to replace it with something else, and it is February, but we need to start thinking about what that's going to be, what it'll look like, and when it'll be. Because in the spring, you've got testing and all kinds of other field trips, other things in the calendar at school gets filled up so fast. So think about those special events for the spring, get them on your school calendar, and get everything straightened away with your colleagues about when stuff's going to happen and talk to the office. All right, so finally, I'm going fast, but don't worry, I'll review it. Number one tip is if you are like me, you might have to pack up your classroom. And we have a little more flexibility. We used to have to pack more stuff away. We used to have to take things off the walls. Got a little less, strict in the past few years about that. However, some of you I know have to pack every single thing away. So pack a little bit as you go. And another idea is to be on the lookout for good boxes, because you need boxes to put your stuff in. Look for those copy boxes, copy paper boxes. Start hoarding them. I hide them in my closet, honestly. I have a few that I reuse every year, especially for my classroom library. So that's another thing you don't want to leave till the last second, especially if you're in a school like mine, which is not air conditioned. It is not fun. June 16th to be there at 4:30 p.m. when it's 85 degrees in the classroom packing. So try to put stuff away as you go. Your winter books you're almost done with, start put them away. So yeah, let me go through the tips just one more time. Thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm such a newbie. I am delighted that even a couple people are watching this live. So these are my tips for getting ready for the end of the year and planning ahead. So number 5, get organized in advance. Think back of what you did in the past. Get it written down. And I will do another scope. I'll find some specific resources, some great checklists for you, and I'll let you know. Tip number 4, decide if you're going to do an end of the year gift or not, and plan it. Number 3, report cards. Figure out when you're going to do them. Don't save them to the last minute. Put them in your calendar, on your iPhone, calendar that hangs on your wall if you have to. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am such a newbie at Periscope, right? So I had my phone set up. I'm sorry to interrupt this, but I had my phone set up and I couldn't see that you guys were writing me little notes at the end, at the bottom here. So I'm so sorry. I just saw someone said they're in a portable classroom in Kentucky. Sorry, I missed the bottom part of your message, but it must be pretty, miserable temperature-wise during the extremes there. So I totally feel you. Okay, so I learned my lesson. Make sure the bottom of the phone is not blocked when the scope is going so I can see what you're saying. Yeah, cold. Oh my God, I bet. I'm so sorry. I hope it's just temporary for you. Okay, so anyway, tip 2 is schedule your special events in advance. So there's spring, the end of the year events. Schedule your events in advance and put them on the calendar. Yeah, I'm supposed to put away most of my stuff. I'm supposed to either cover up the bookshelves or put things in the closet. Not enough room in the closet. So a lot of times I just have books stacked up. So could be worse, because I can get away with leaving a few things out, but they take all the furniture out of my room, I don't know about you guys, and put it in the hall and then put it back. So, and last tip, think about packing your room in advance. So consider putting your stuff away as you go. So guys, I hope those were helpful. Thanks for bearing with me. I'm still such a newbie, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. If you're watching The Walking Dead tonight, enjoy it. Don't spoil it for any of us that are watching it tomorrow. And if you missed the beginning, I tried to keep this short. You can catch the replay. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.